Okay, so you got some new cymbals. We're going to put them on some cymbal stands and kind of show you how to do it. In this particular case, your cymbals have come with this this little nut just to kind of keep them all together. And it's made out of plastic, so what I'm going to do is just loosen this thing and pull this out, if it'll let me do it. This is not a part that you need to keep. This is just for packaging. So it's just it's a bolt. It's in a nut. It goes like that. You put all your cymbals in it. So it's just a way for them to package it and, you know, cheaply and kind of keep it safe, I guess, when they're transporting it. But we don't really need this. Okay, so here we have a pair of hi-hats. We have a crash cymbal, and we have a ride cymbal. So we're going to go ahead and put these on some stands. I'm going to show you some of the different parts of the stands and what makes them different and how they work. So I think the first one we're going to do is this one. This is going to be probably the more simple of your cymbal stands. We'll start down here. You got a tripod base. Tripod just basically means you have 3 feet. Each feet or foot has a rubber you know, foot on it, I guess, or shoe, or I guess they call it foot. I can't remember the exact name. But anyway, so sometimes these tend to slip off, so you might want to check them from time to time and put them back on. But this is basically what keeps it from sliding around and keeps you from having like metal touching concrete, which this floor is, for instance, or tearing up carpet or whatever, or a wood floor. So that's what that is. Anytime you collapse this or you spread it apart, you need to make sure that this wing bolt is loose. If you have this tight and then you try to move it around, eventually you're going to wear all these clamping mechanisms out. And whenever you do tighten this to secure it in place, make sure you don't over tighten it, because you can strip out the threading on either the bolt or the sleeve that it goes into. So anytime you need to move it up and down, loosen this part first, spread it out as far as you want, and then tighten it down. The further spread out it is, the more stable it's going to be, but you have to keep in mind that it takes up more space when you have it spread out more, so you may not always want to have it spread out all the way. I've found just somewhere in the middle is perfectly fine. So that's that part. Next we have this extension here. Basically what this is doing is it's allowing this extension top piece to slide up and down. So if you want your cymbals down lower, obviously you make it low, and if you want to make it higher, make it higher. So again, this works on the same principle. Before you move this, make sure you have this loose. Now this is how high I'm going to leave it for now, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten that. Okay, so here's that part. Next, we have this piece up here at the top that swivels. Allows you to create an angle with your cymbals if you like to have an angle, or if you want it flat, you can make it flat. That's what that does. So again, loosen this whenever you want to move it. Now inside of here there's teeth that kind of work like gears. You definitely want to make sure this is all the way loose before you turn it, because if you don't make it all the way loose, like for instance if it's a little bit loose and then you try to turn it, it's got teeth in it that you can kind of see as I'm turning it, and you'll grind those teeth down, and then over time it won't hold anymore, so make sure you loosen that. And then up here at the top you have a wing nut, you have a piece of felt, you have another piece of felt, and then you have a plastic sleeve and a washer. So I'm going to put all this back on and explain to you what's going on here. The washer goes on first. That keeps the plastic sleeve from sliding down. Then the next thing you want to do is put a piece of felt on there. And I'm going to stick my ride cymbal on here, because this is a straight stand. I'm not going to be able to get this to reach into different places. And usually with my ride cymbal I just have it hovering over my floor tom, so it's in reach anyway. So I don't need to have this reach anywhere. And I'm not saying that the straight stand is only for ride cymbals. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that just for our purposes that's what we're doing. Okay, so after you have the felt on there, you're going to put a cymbal on, and then you're going to put the other piece of felt here. Now before I clamp it all together, let me explain what's going on here. The piece of felt on the bottom and the piece of felt on top keeps the cymbal from touching metal pieces or other pieces that might cause it to rattle. So if I took this plastic sleeve out and this was vibrating against this metal rod, it would make that kind of sound. And we don't want to do that. So they put this plastic sleeve here to keep it off the rod, and the plastic also covers you know, the felt underneath. You got the felt on top to separate you from the wing nut. Okay. So in this lesson, I'm not explaining how to set up your cymbal in relation to your drum set. I'm just talking about how to set up the cymbal on the stand. Okay, so that's that one. Go ahead and stop it.